Have you ever felt like you get stuck and trapped in these ideas of who does that and why? Like, why do you keep doing that? And just wanting to just shake somebody and say, like, stop it, stop doing that. Well, this happens with a lot of people. We get into these modes of wanting to help somebody who's not ready to help themselves, or you see somebody that you care about and they're struggling and you just are like, I can do so much for you. And yet we can't, because ultimately we can only control our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and other people can only control their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. You cannot control it. And so there's a phenomenon out there called let them. And let them says that you just need to let go and allow them to do whatever they're going to do. And they may be successful, they may be a huge failure, they may cause a lot of strife, but until they find rock bottom for what they define it as being, they will not have motivation to be able to do better. You cannot create any situation that will make it better unless you let them take ownership, have the motivation, and make it better. There's a principle, and I always start all of my books with the sense of mindfulness, my workbooks I should say, a sense of mindfulness. And when I start mindfulness in my practice, my coaching, and my books, because mindfulness is the foundation to wellness. We cannot be well unless we're mindful. And the three principles of mindfulness is radical acceptance, kind of looking at life with non-judgment, being present in the here and now, and just this let them phenomenon, right? It's understanding and letting go of that which does not serve you, and staying grounded and accepting the here and now for what it is. There's no judgment in it. It's just, this is what life is presenting me, and it does not matter what it is. It's just being present with yourself. And so I sometimes find that, like, when people are in negative cycles, and they're kind of bringing in all their negative energy, it's almost like they were like chewing gum and like opened your hand and like dropped their chewed gum like in your hand, and at no way, shape, or form would you be like, oh great, yeah, not really any flavor in this, I could see why you got rid of it. And yet every single day, in multiple moments throughout the day, that is exactly what we're doing, is we are taking people's already chewed gum, things that they don't want, they does not serve them, and we're taking it on for ourselves because we find that there's a sense of control and capacity when we do that experience. And so that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to let go of the gum, because you wouldn't let somebody put gum in your hand, and you certainly wouldn't eat it afterwards. So don't let people put their emotional baggage in your hand, and don't eat it. Do not absorb their emotional baggage, because you're carrying around a lot of weight that is not yours, and you've been doing it since childhood and you don't even realize you're doing it. And so these are things I get into in my private practice and in our really in individual therapy. We can talk somewhat on it in coaching, but really in individual therapy, this is the stuff we're unraveling. We're finding no shame in the game. We're not blaming. We're just saying, we're just noticing all the baggage that we have. We're organizing it, we're spring cleaning, and we're letting go of the things that are not ours. And we're realizing how much baggage we have that we've taken on of other people's that were not ours. And this is because, we've talked about it, behavior is predictable. That when we're in stress situations, we're more, and because of the negative bias and because of cognitive bias, we are more likely to kind of embrace the suck and get into these negative and push negative energy between each other than grounding in the present and finding that positive interaction and finding the positive cycle and a positive exchange. And so let them allows you to let go And when you let go, when you own your side of the street, when you keep your side clean, what you realize is other people are watching you and they want to do the same. And so they see that you have a beautiful garden and you have a cool little place that you've got your trash can in so you don't see them, and they see how functioning you are. And so they do little things to find that. You find them going to Home Depot and buying a couple of plants and seeing if it will work. And you watch them get the seed and spread it out in their lawn. So when you are owning your side of the street, you're focused on you and what you can do and what you have control over, then what you find is other people will mirror that. They will see it and want to start emulating it for themselves. And so stop picking up the trash cans for them. Stop going in and telling them what they should and could be doing. Own your side of the street. Give them back and say, this is socially inappropriate to take your used gum and put it in my hand. Give it back to them. Set boundaries and see a whole world open up in your success journey. I am Jennifer Evans with Empowering Wellness Counseling Solutions. Thank you so much.